Hello, this is Grandmaster Lee. Today I wanted to talk to you about what is martial art and why is it not civil art. I've heard from certain people who try out our classes. I've been teaching now for over 30 years, and in that time we've had a few comments where, and mostly coming from ladies, that it is too militant. Remember, this is a martial art, and the word martial means warlike. So first you have to understand how martial art came to be. With the invention of gunpowder and the modern firearms, the methods of training, the methods of fighting hand to hand, empty hand, also needed to be preserved. So the formation of martial art per se in the modern world came only during the modern era. In ancient times, it was just skills of knowledge that the warrior class trained in order to defend their country or their clan. In preserving that, then we are also preserving the discipline, the etiquette, the formality, the tradition that the warrior class, what they practiced and maintained in ancient times. So yes, our martial art is very disciplined, and it is filled with tradition, a tradition that follows almost 2,000 years of history. But also, the discipline is necessary because we are teaching people how to injure, harm, hurt another person and potentially take another life. You must be able to teach that with discipline and self-control, not only controlling themselves physically, but mentally and also emotionally. We don't want to give somebody a tool, a means of hurting another person if that person is not a good person. We have an idea here of saying that a kitchen knife, when used by a mother, it can be used to cook wonderful meals. But in the hands of a killer, that can be used to harm and take innocent lives. So for us, it is very important that each person learns to respect what they are doing. So this is another reason why when we're teaching children, we don't demean it and use words like play, that it's a game. A child or a person should never enjoy getting in a fight or fighting somebody or hurting somebody. They need to respect it and value it and have reverence in what they are doing. So when we teach children, we also emphasize that it is not for fun and games, that this is a serious matter. And I think that the martial art community at large practices it that way, and that is something that we do not do. However, by them practicing certain things and develop better skill, that is where the enjoyment and fun comes from. And of course, also with the children, they are specific games that we do play, and they are games. And when we do that, of course, we say playing. But when they are sparring, they are grappling, they're fighting, then we don't want to use those words and demean it and to say that it is for fun and games, but it is actually a very serious matter. And I think that's a very important factor that all of us, not just children, should understand. Also, there's a stigma about martial artists, being violent, being more aggressive. That's not true. Actually, there are statistics where in domestic violence, that majority, that actually higher percentage of martial artists have the least percentage of domestic violence. We, as martial artists, we train in learning techniques to to injure other people, we constantly study that. But also, those techniques are done to us. So we understand the fragility of life, that actually, that we are very weak and vulnerable. And by understanding that, we respect life even more so. And in actuality, martial artists who are serious practitioners are more at peace and are less insecure, more confident, and hence that makes them actually more peaceful and non-aggressive people. I hope that you now have a better understanding of what the nature of martial art is and why it's not a civil art.